Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Jocko Underground Podcast. My name is Jocko Willing. Today I'm going to be talking about how to be more successful. The first thing you want to do is stop being a bitch. The reason you're not successful is because you're bitch made and your test is low. You need to sprint to the nearest proprietor of TRT and immediately demand the highest dose of testosterone they can legally provide for you. The next thing that you need to do to stop being a complete pussy is quit hanging out with your family so much. The reason you're not where you want to be in life is because you spend all your free time with your pathetic family. When's the last time any of them did anything worth writing a book about? How are you going to be successful if every time you get an idea in your head to do something that would make you more successful, your bitch wife wants you to hang out with her? By the way, hanging out with your family increases the estrogen in your blood. So it's really important that you cut that out right away. More on that later. The next thing you're going to want to do is stop playing so many video games. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You complain all day long that you don't have time to start your business or to go work out, but you got 6 hours to game. How about I break the controller off in your ass and see how much time you have to play video games after that? If you want to be successful, you have to cut out as many distractions as possible. The next thing you're going to want to do, stop watching so much TV. Matter of fact, I want you to go into your living room and throw away your TV. I want you to go into your living room, disconnect the TV from the power, carry it out to the garbage, carry it out to the dumpster behind your fucking piece of shit apartment, and throw it away. Because why would you want to watch TV when you could be doing burpees or training jujitsu or surfing? That sounds like way more a badass way to spend your time, doesn't it? By the way, you want to talk about how you never get girls, but you spend all your time watching TV. Now, some of you guys are going to be in my comments like, Jocko, if I never play video games and I never watch TV, what am I going to do for fun? Fun? That's how I know you're fucking never going to make it. You're worried about having fun. Let me tell you something. You think the enemy is having fun? They're not. They're going to have fun playing with your butthole after they capture you. They're going to have fun pulling your guts out through your ass after they capture you because you didn't train hard enough. They're going to have fun pulling your eyes out and making meatball pasta with a delicious pesto sauce. They're going to have fun skinning you because you didn't train, because you were worried about having fun. The enemy does not concern themselves with having fun, so neither should you. Fun is for children and women. The next time you think about having fun, I want you to go look in the mirror and say to yourself, stand in the mirror and look at yourself and say, I'm just a little child. I'm just a little child, and all I care about is having fun. I want you to put a little rainbow hat on that has a little spinner top and a skirt, and I want you to put in a big piece of bubble gum and chew it up and say to yourself in the mirror, while you're chewing your gum and spinning your little spin hat top thing, all I care about is having fun because I'm a useless child. I want you to look in the mirror and say, I don't even have a dick because I'm a woman, and all I care about is having fun. I want you to look in the mirror and say, I'm just a woman. I want you to start bleeding all over the place out of your pussy because you're a woman. I want you to look in the mirror and say, I don't care about anything but having fun. So I'm going to go put a vibrating butt plug in my ass and sit on the couch and play video games all day because I don't care about anything but having fun. This is probably the best piece of advice you'll ever receive, ever. How about you start having fun getting hard? And I don't mean getting hard gooting and watching all your pornography and spending all your spare change on OnlyFans model subscriptions. How about you get hard in the gym? How about you get hard on the mat? Training jujitsu. How about you get hard in the rain on a rock? How about you get hard because your testosterone is 2,000 and a stiff breeze gets your dick up? How about you have fun doing the hard things? If you want to be successful, listen carefully. You need to go into your dictionary and cross out what you consider fun. Cross out the definition that they have written next to fun and write fun, noun, or whatever. Hey Siri, is fun a noun? You stupid bitch. She doesn't fucking know. Noun. Fun. Define. Fun. Here we go. Fun. Adjective. Providing entertainment, amusement, or enjoyment. Fun. Noun. What provides amusement or enjoyment? See, I was correct. It's a noun. It can be a noun. You need to find your little dictionary, and you need to cross out the word. All the words next to fun. See, here we go. Examples. Sickness takes all the fun out of life. Play games for fun. They made fun of the way he talked. Violent or excited activity or argument. Insults were exchanged, and then the fun began. How about we do this? Let's come up with some new examples for how to use fun in a sentence. I trained today and it was fun. I lifted so many weights this morning that my spine hurts now, and I had fun. I got choked out so many times at jiu-jitsu. It was fun because I got better. I had so much fun on the range today, zeroing my rifle. I had so much fun this morning in the rain on my ruck, preparing to train harder the next day. My nose won't stop running, excuse me. My nose is being weak. Weak, like you. Because you have to listen to a fucking podcast to figure out how to be successful. Idiot. If you weren't so fucking useless, you would just wake up and get the fuck after it every day. Instead, you have to listen to a podcast to figure out how to be successful. If you weren't so small and mentally weak, you wouldn't have to turn on a fucking YouTube video to figure out how to get your shit together. You'd pull your head out of your ass and you'd get the fuck after it. Imagine if you spent every day getting some instead of jerking your micro cock, coming in your mom's wash rags and throwing it in the laundry and saying, can't wait to do that again. Can't wait to freaking jerk off some more later and not do anything with my day. The next thing you need to do to be successful, you need to stop hanging out with your friends so much. Your friends call you up. They say, hey Mike, let's go out for drinks. And you say, that sounds like a great time. We'll get fucked up and maybe get some pussy. What if, imagine this, what if your friend called you up and said, hey, how's your business going? Oh, you don't have one? Let's start one. Let's get together and start a business. Well, we don't have any money? Okay, well, this is what we'll do. We'll go around the neighborhood and we'll make door-to-door sales calls, knocking on doors the old-fashioned way until we get our first sale. And then we'll have some freaking money. Imagine if your friends called you up and said, hey, Mike, let's go work out. Hey, Mike, didn't see you at practice today. Why didn't you train? Imagine if your friends were calling you up saying, hey, notice that you haven't shaved in a while. Why don't you start cleaning yourself up a little bit? Hey, Mike, noticed you're hanging out with your family a little bit too much. You need to be training. Imagine if you had friends like that. Imagine how hard you would be with your friends if you weren't going to the bar, getting fucking drunk, doing cocaine, fucking some nasty whore who's also a drunk waste of life. Imagine if you spent every ounce of your waking energy being productive. Imagine how successful you would be. Imagine. Sorry, I'm still getting over this fucking cold. Imagine. My lungs are being weak. Alright, we're almost out of time on this episode. So, we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up with a little bit of a motivational speech. I got a letter the other day from a junior sailor, only been in the Navy a couple years. He said, Jocko, I didn't get promoted. I was passed over at the board. All of my friends were promoted and I wasn't. Should I re-enlist and keep sticking it out, hopefully get a promotion, and maybe move somewhere I would like to be? Or should I get out and start my next chapter in life? This is how I know you're never going to be successful, right here. Because you're even doubting yourself. How about when you don't get the promotion? You say, good. Didn't get the promotion? Maybe I'll get it next time. Didn't get the promotion? Good. Now I'll have less money next year to waste on beer and whores at the casino. and I'll have a little more time to train because I don't have as much money. Because what do you do when you don't have money? You can't have as much fun, can you? You can't go and do as much crap with your free time. He continues here. Jocko, my wife left me. She's been cheating on me with a civilian off base. I just got home from a 12-month deployment and the house was empty. She left a note. It says, Mike, I've been cheating on you with our neighbor. He wants me to move out with you and move in with him. Also, I'm taking the kids and everything we own. Good luck. Sounds like you got a problem, Mike. The problem is you think this is bad. This is the best news you're ever gonna get. Wife and kids left you? Good. More time to train. More time to go on another deployment. Because now you don't have to waste all your free time over there in the sandbox. Calling home. How you doing, honey? Hope you and the kids are good. Now you can go on more patrols. Good. She's fucking the neighbor? Good. Now you don't have to fuck her. More time to train. You see how you can reframe all of these things into being good if you just tell yourself that it's good? The mind is a powerful tool if you use it as such. But you're using it to imagine naked girls so you can jerk your little dick off. You're using your brain to imagine how much fun you're going to have at the casino, wasting all your freaking money. You're using your imagination for nothing. Imagine if you took complete ownership of your imagination and you said, I'm not going to waste another second imagining loser shit. And I'm only going to think about winning. I'm only going to focus on how I'm going to get some. I'm only going to think about the next time I can bust while I'm trading. Because that's actually something that a lot of people don't know. Is if you train jujitsu properly in the old way, like Kimura from old Japan, you can come while you train jujitsu. Imagine this. Someone is in your guard. Another man is in between your legs. The friction alone when you hit that scissor sweep and he doesn't post and he hits his back and you mount him and you come and your leg gets all sticky and your gi is stuck to the side of the inside of your leg because there's so much jizz. That's how you know you're on your way. Your house burned down. You lost everything. Good. Now you can sleep at the gym or at work and get more done. Good. Wife and kids left you? Good. They were holding you back. Your family is a waste. Ditch them. Leave your family. Your car wouldn't start. So now you have to call your boss and explain why you're going to be late. He says, this is the 4th time this month. You're fired. Good. That job fucking sucked anyway. Go get a better one. Oh, you're not going to have money to pay rent next month because you lost your job? And your wife took all the money when she left with the kids? Good. Sleep on the street. It will make you tougher. Homeless people are resilient. You think those people haven't thought about blowing their head off or taking a bunch of pills and killing themselves? They do every day. They think about it all day. But they don't, and that makes them hard. Be like them. Your dog ran away, and you finally found it after looking for weeks. But it got raped by another stray dog, and now it has a bunch of freaking dog puppies that are about to hatch. Good. Now you can raise an army of dogs, and you can take over your neighborhood. Your chain of command denied your leave and now you're going to miss the birth of your first child? Good. He's probably just going to be a fucking loser, fucking waste of life anyway. You don't want to be in his life. Good. Your CEO's making you work late and you're going to not be home again and your wife told you if you're home late one more time and you miss our dinner date like you said we would go on, I'm going to leave you and start fucking your friend? Good. She's a bitch anyway. You're better off without her. You're going to have to pay a bunch of alimony and child support and you're not going to have any money to do anything fun for the rest of your life? Good. More time to train. Why do you want to go do anything fun anyway when you could train? Training's fun anyway. Your friends don't want to hang out with you anymore because all you do is train. They said, hey Mike, we actually think it would be cooler if we went and did something fun this evening instead of training. We've trained like 7 days in a row. Maybe we should take tonight off. Ditch them. They're holding you back. You could have been successful. That's going to be your new nickname. Could have been. You're going to be walking around the neighborhood and an old man on the porch is going to look at you and say, oh, there's could have been. Could have been great. But he couldn't stop wasting his time with his family. He spent so much time with his fucking wife and kids, and they were always just sitting around laughing and giggling like children who don't have a successful business, that he wasted his whole life giggling and never did anything. You're going to be walking down the street at your local outlet mall, and some woman is going to point at you and laugh and say, oh, there's could have been. He could have been great. But he spent all his free time jerking off and playing video games. There's could have been. He could have been a successful business owner. He could have been a UFC champion. But he didn't start training when he was 5 years old. He was playing outside with sticks and rocks like an idiot, like a caveman, like a Neanderthal. There's could have been. He could have been an F1 sports car racer, but he spent his whole life playing with his putt instead of training, instead of joining the military, instead of being successful. I'll leave you with this. Next time you're thinking about sleeping in, spending time with your family, eating junk food, playing video games all day, taking a nap, going and fucking some little piece of trailer trash, jerking off, watching porn, calling one of your friends and seeing if they want to hang out, doing anything besides training jiu-jitsu or starting a business or joining the military. I want you to ask yourself this: am I okay being a worthless femboy idiot for the rest of my life who has low testosterone and no money? And if the answer is yes, go ahead. If you're okay with that, go ahead. Go smoke a little weed. Ooh, I'm gonna get high. Yeah. Ooh, I can't wait to get high. Ooh, yeah, I'm so cool. Look at me. Yeah, I'm gonna go fuck some girl and waste my whole night fucking some fucking ugly girl instead of getting money. I'm gonna waste my whole life starting a family and spending time with them instead of joining the military or starting a business. I'm gonna go roll some weed up into a joint like this. But now I can forget all my problems. I can forget what a fucking loser I am. This is great. Now I can just think about how I don't have any money and I have no drive and I wasted the last 6 years doing nothing. Oh, look how cool I am, everybody. Yeah, that's you. Pathetic. How about you quit being a complete pussy and you get some? This is Jocko Willing signing off. Think about it. Gave you guys a lot to think about this day. Gave you a lot to think about. Do something about it. Out.